It is Tuesday, September 23rd, and it's time for another Toast Tuesday. Hope everyone is doing well. What's going on here? It's just me. It's a solo Toast Tuesday today, and we're going to take you behind the scenes today. We've got a special treat for you. We've got some beautiful Pinot Noir hand-picked grapes that came in yesterday from the east side of Seneca Lake. And we're going to take you behind the scenes and show you exactly what we did with them. It's going to be a great episode. It's going to be insightful. It's going to be very low production value because it is just me that ran the camera and the microphone. The audio dropped out for a few minutes, but I still think you'll enjoy the content that's there, and it comes back, I promise. So get through that. Hopefully that won't lose you there. I still think it's a pretty good video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Sorry for the delay on getting this up today. I did need to record this little introduction, and I've got to do some video editing still, but I think it's worth it. I think it's going to be great. I hope you guys enjoy it too, and we will see you next week. Enjoy. All right. Hey guys, it's Mike from Toast Winery coming at you from the crush pad here. We have just gotten some beautiful grapes in. Let's take a look at those. Pull the lid off here so we can see. Oh yeah, look at these babies. We have got some hand-picked Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is here. Yeah, they are looking fantastic. Look how beautiful those clusters are. There's no rot in these at all. They are just like perfect, perfect and beautiful. We've got two bins of it here. Let's check out the other one. There you have it. There's been a lot of studies done on whether or not what is better, hand-picked versus machine harvested. You would think hand-picked logically, just because it's a cleaner handling process. When the machine picks them, they're basically, they vibrate them off the vine, and they're pretty much off the stems already. Most of them are already like cracked, and juice is running. So it's a much rougher process. But these studies have actually indicated that there's not really that big of a difference between the two. Interestingly, very immaterial. Now it depends on the style of wine you're making as well, in terms of whether or not you want to get those hand-picked. We made a Blanc de Noir that will be a sparkling wine that we've mentioned before. Now that I had hand-picked grapes for, because I wanted to minimize the skin contact with the juice, and the best way to do that is to get hand-picked grapes. So we're going to go ahead and crush these. I'm going to show you about what that's about, and we're going to make these into a beautiful dry rosé this year. I've got a bunch more Pinot Noir coming that we'll use for red, but we're going to use these beautiful hand-picked grapes for a dry rosé. All right, here we are. This is our crusher destemmer right here. It crushes the grapes first, so it'll crack the skin on those grapes to get the juice flowing. And then the stems will be removed as well, giving us a nice, clean, crushed fruit that we will then use from a juice perspective to ferment it. If we take a look at this thing a little bit closer, the grapes will actually fall into this little chute right here. And that's an auger pump, and that pump will send it to our press. This is where the stems will fall out on this side and go right into the can here. And then if you follow the auger pump, this is the hose that will then put that into our press, which we'll talk about shortly. Let's get up here, take a peek inside so you can see what this looks like. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to take that bin, put it on our forklift, and dump those grapes into this hopper here. So you can kind of see this great big hopper that we will dump those grapes into. Again, with our forklift, we can lift it up, crank the bin sideways, and they will start to drop into here. All right, here we are from the forklift cockpit. Let's get this thing fired up. These grapes up in the air. We will start crushing and stemming. All right, here we are. See that up there? We are high up in the air here. We are going to start to turn this guy. You might say, Mike, where's your help? It's actually my help's day off today. You can't plan for that when the grapes come in, so I am flying solo here. I'm sure G will help me if need be. All right, there you see him falling into the crusher December. I do have to turn it on still. Want to get it preloaded, then I'll turn everything on here. Be right back. Flowing into the press. See those beautiful rough grapes there. Right into the press here. Very nice. When you make a dry rosé, you want to give this a little skin contact. So I am going to let the grapes sit on here, not for a terribly long time, probably for about 4 hours before I press it off and get the juice out of it. But that 4 hours will give it a nice peak. Stems falling in here. You got a crusher stemmer that takes them all off. There's some paddles in there that keep the stems around or take the grapes all off of them. Close up here that we're falling into the hopper here, the auger pump. Also very cool. You can see that juice flowing as well. Once those skins crack, that's when it all starts to flow. So that's the beauty of that. You notice it, white juice, right? So red wine grapes, the juice is white, with a few exceptions. All right, I'm going to try not to drop my phone in here. That would be bad. But one of the things we want to make sure we do sometimes is not clog this hopper. I've clogged this hopper, and that's a real pain. You got to get in here with a shovel and try and pick your way through it until you can get it unclogged. So I'll get up here with a rake and just scoop some out a little bit at a time here. But just really wanted to show you kind of the inside of this and how that works. Not really sure how well this video is going to turn out. It is not easy to do this and record at the same time, but here's a good shot at the crusher destemmer. So we are cleaning that, and you can see those little paddles there, those little fingers, if you will, pointing off of that. That is what destems the grapes, and then those grapes fall through these little slats here, and they will then come on into these there's a better shot at it, rubber. This is what crushes the grapes. They will then go between those two things and then fall down into that pump I was showing you. So yeah, interesting to see the crusher destemmer. I'm cleaning it now. I'm pretty diligent about cleaning things, so yeah, it's a kind of probably overdo it, but hey, I want it to be ready to go for the next time we're crushing in December. All right, we are pressing now. That sound you hear is the bladder blowing up and expanding. It will expand against the sides of the press and press those grapes up against the sides. squeeze that juice out, it gradually increases the pressure each cycle it runs through. I think we're only going up to 8 bars with this, so doing a light press on this Pinot Noir. I don't want to over extract like harsh tannins or anything else on that. We want this to be nice and fruity and clean from a rosé standpoint. You can see we're pretty far along the pressing cycle already. I missed the money shot earlier when all the pre-run juice is flowing through here. And you can see it doesn't look that appealing, does it? It's kind of like a weird bubbly tan beige on top there, but that's all perfectly normal. Here you can see the juice starting to flow now. It's a beautiful color of pink. I'm really happy with it. Gave it about 5 hours worth of skin contact. About 5 hours worth. I think it's going to be. I'll show you that color after we are done pressing here, and it's in the tank. So yeah, after it's done pressing, we will pump it out of the juice pan there and into the tank. All right. All right, we are on the last press cycle. So again, I think I said 8 bars, but it's 0.8 bars that we're going up to. This actually goes all the way up to 2. We are not going to do that today. So it starts at 0.2, it does that a few times, goes to 0.4, then it goes to 0.6, then again, we're finishing at 0.8 today. I just watched back some of the video. We're emptying the tank, by the way, too, so the volume is getting low there. Yeah, we lost audio, again, trying to do this by myself with trying to do things at the same time. I disconnected the transformer and lost audio there, but hopefully you still enjoyed the video and found it interesting. I was dropping some knowledge. Woof, all that time that you couldn't hear me. It's amazing knowledge, but you'll just have to continue to tune in and see if I can reach that level of knowledge dropping again. Yeah, so this is just going to finish pressing, and then we'll continue to show you some things from there. All right, we're all done pressing. Taking a quick peek inside of that press. See these grapes in here. They're still a little wet. Again, primarily because we just did a light press, and I've also not put any rice hulls or anything in here to try and squeeze anything more out. So yeah, they're a little bit wet still, but that's okay. We got what we wanted to out of them. Happy with that. And the next question is, well, now what do you do, Mike? Well, I'm going to show you. All right, we're getting the rest of that juice out of here. Just about done. You can see some of that pink color that it has. Dirty pink right now, but don't you worry. It's going to be a nice, beautiful pink before all's said and done. Not a moment too soon. Starting to rain. You can see the little droplets falling in there. So we're going to have to do some cleanup in the rain. Oh, it's really raining now. I don't know if you can see that out there, but yeah, coming down pretty good now. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's still a lot of stuff in this juice, right? There's a lot of solids is what we call it in this juice. So we're pumping this juice into a tank, but we're going to let it sit overnight and let all those solids fall to the bottom of the tank. And we'll rack off of that so that, yeah, we'll have some nice clean juice in the morning. All right, taking a look at that color now. Look at that. Beautiful color. Now, you might look at that and say, wow, that's dark, right? But two things. One, there's, again, a lot of solids still in this juice that will settle out tomorrow, which will make this a bit lighter. And after fermentation, some of this color will drop out. So this is really kind of, I'm happy with where this is. And I think it's actually going to be a pretty light pink when all is said and done. And we'll see how that turns out. But very happy with that color and how it turned out. One of the things we haven't talked about is the bricks of this wine yet. Again, I'm not looking for red wine bricks. I'm looking for white wine bricks. So again, we're going to use my refractometer to check those bricks out. and you won't be able to see me doing it, but I'm just going to take a quick peek through there, and it is at 22 bricks. I'm happy with that. 22 bricks, a little on the higher side. 21 and a half would be the sweet spot for me. But I'm happy with 22. I mean, there's kind of a reason for that, which I'm not going to get into here, but just stylistically and what I'm doing with this, that is kind of where I wanted it and why I chose to use these grapes to make a dry rosé. So I think I'll double check the pH and acid numbers tomorrow morning as well, just to kind of get a sense check from where those are from a start standpoint of the fermentation. But I've already tested them previously, and they're kind of right in line with where I want them to be. But yeah, so beautiful color. Again, nice bricks on that 2022 bricks, which will be right around 12.5% alcohol. 12.5% alcohol is what I would guess for this dry rosé after everything is done. Maybe 12. Let's say 12. Call it 12. 12%. 12% alcohol. All right. All right. With everything we do, there is cleaning. So let's get these grape skins going, get them out of the press, and we'll show you how we do that. It's always fun, but we basically are rotating the press here, and those grape skins are just going to fall right on the ground. There they go. And guess what? I'm going to have to then get a shovel and shovel them all up. I will shovel them up into a trailer, and we'll shovel them up into the woods to compost and use for future vineyard fertilization. So kind of cool to be able to do that as well. So that's the big heavy lift in terms of the cleaning process, and then I got to clean the inside of and outside of this press. But yeah, it's all part of the process, and no, I love it. I really do. So the cleaning process actually I enjoy, because that means your day is done, and hopefully it's been a successful day, and you kind of wind down and finish up cleaning for the day. So hope you enjoyed this different kind of Toast Tuesday, where we're not doing a top five today. I could do, I could do a lot of, I could do top five college football teams. Big Penn State game this weekend. Big Penn State game playing Oregon. So that's certainly going to be a huge game at Penn State. Hey, the Bills won again, 3-0. No big deal. Taking care of business, doing what they need to do. And hey, next week I have got a special guest, and I can't wait for you to meet her. It's a dear friend of Jane and I, and we look forward to having her on the show. And she's going to be a lot of fun, and get to know a little bit about her as well. So that's all. And if I knew how to turn the camera around, I would do so. I guess I could flip my phone around, but I don't really know if you can see me or not, or if I'm centered in the frame or anything like that. So yeah, don't have, this is not a good idea for me to be doing this solo. Sorry about the audio problems earlier, but hopefully you still enjoyed what you were seeing in the video, even without my knowledge drop that I was doing. But yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys, and yeah, we'll see you next week.